Test. All right, we go. All right, man. Welcome to the SSNOVA interview, bro.
King of your will, but you don't want us not feeding them. That's the many reasons why they pull us, start bleeding them. Pull a red vertical, two seeding them. Slow down, baby, it was nice to meet you. Tell me what's your name, it wasn't necessarily see.
What is SSNOVA? Who are you?
Well, at first, a lot of people, my original moniker or name I would go by was Cap 26, and it was because I'm a Capricorn and I'm born in December on December 26th.
Damn,
but
day after Christmas.
I really don't like that name anymore. And people
Right.
be trying to like troll and like catch me out in public and like it's all like haha. But I'm gonna go up with the SSNOVA name and then it's not gonna be haha. That's what I'm saying. But I came up with SSNOVA because like I'm in Nova. And like we were talking about kind of before the interview started, like
sure.
I just feel like Nova is in like such a dead place. Like I'm trying to like lift it up and like really just like put the whole thing on the map. Like just not even care about what people are saying and just like, because I've just been hearing so many people say like forever like you can't make it out of here. It's no way unless like certain like you're trying to be mainstream or like, but you can't make it as an underground person is basically what. I'm saying no, I'm just gonna do things my way and I'm gonna show niggas you can.
Exactly, bro. So like a little bit into more of that like Nova aspect. Like we're talking about like Nova's in a place right now where we're not brought up in the DMV conversation, even Virginia period. When it comes to VA, like we gotta be real here. Like who we got? Like who is that platform for us? Does the place you live in, does it affect the music you make, or like how does that affect like your outtake on music and what you write and like your sound?
It doesn't really affect me. I feel like it used to affect me because I was kind of listening to people and like letting their influence like you're not gonna be able to make it out of here, like this isn't the place for music really, and like it really isn't. It's not the best place for music, but I really feel like you can make it out of really any area if your music, if you're really talented and you really love that shit like the way I love that shit.
Right.
So but no, it doesn't really affect me. I be making songs. I try to get influence from everything I can. Definitely not just smoking and stuff like that. Like a lot of artists just smoke and make a lot of music, but what I'm saying is like I get my influence from all types of things. Like it could just be the most random thing. So my environment doesn't really affect my music.
And what are those influences that you like hear in your music?
Just like I'm a really emotional person. I could be open about that. I'm very emotional. People know this. So certain things might happen and people might not see it a certain way, but it might be a way I see it. Right. And I might go make a whole song just because you had me feeling some type of way, or just because of something had me feeling some type of way. Like either I was like angry or like it just made me like really happy or like something like that. Like, or I mean, I guess also just my life in general, like my girlfriend, like
right.
my mom, like
right.
of course I want to take care of her. So
of
like
course.
I'm just trying to go harder like for people in my family and like, and just stuff like that.
For sure. What are some artists, like what music do you listen to, or what's the music you usually listen to that puts into that sound, or that is kind of influenced into that sound, or do you even think you're influenced like to some people?
Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely a highly influenced artist, and it's like a lot of the artists I listen to I feel like it's not like a typical artist that you would choose to listen to. Like it's gonna be it's like an acquired taste type thing. Like you're gonna have to listen to it a couple of times. I'm gonna have to like show you certain parts and you'd be like, okay, yeah, it's kind of cool.
Right.
But yeah, my stuff is really just all over the place. Like I listen to so many different artists, but mainly just underground music and kind of just raw influence and like just that type of stuff. That's not like, you can tell like it's just real. Like it's not like some like there's no type of gimmick or like industry plant type music or like just really big mainstream artists. I do not like those. I do not listen to none of that. I don't listen to Drake. I don't listen to DaBaby. I don't listen to Lil Baby. I'm not saying they're not good. Right. It's just, if me personally, I prefer like all those hidden underground tracks that are like you gotta have someone put you on. Like an artist, for example, is like Lifeless Garments or Van Bleek. Okay. A lot of people don't know about him. Okay. I'm telling you, like,
you're kind of putting me on right now. I ain't gonna lie.
He's really like that. He's really like that.
Okay. So like, what? You usually find this shit SoundCloud?
Yeah, that's really. So I'm gonna shout someone out in my.
Bro, fly with the shout outs, bro.
I know people are definitely gonna know who this person is around here. My boy Quasi.
Okay.
My boy Quasi, he definitely is one of the people that like he put me on to so many different underground artists. I don't know how he knows so many different underground artists and just knows all the lyrics to all these songs like just off the top of his head from like 2016. Just like
Damn.
He was putting me on to so many artists, and I'm like listening to them at first like, man, this is not it. But like over time, they like just all blew up in their own different respected lane. Like, and he's just showing me like the beauty of underground artists over time. So I definitely, my boy Quasi.
Wow.
Definitely, I give credit to him.
You say he be knowing music.
He know
like
everything. If you talk to Quasi about some music, or it's not even just Quasi, it's a couple of my boys. But if you talk to them about music for a minute, like you just be like, dang, like I ain't even know it's this many artists. I ain't even know it's this much good music out right now. Like, you know, when you just in one of those droughts, a lot of people I be hearing you just be like,
all the
like, what do I listen to right now? Like,
yeah.
I'm just listening to my likes over and over and over, and it's like, bro, you need to just go on SoundCloud, find some new artists, bro.
Man, that's what I've been trying to do. Like, I like with this whole like SoundCloud thing. Like, we just dropped. You feel me?
Right. Self-expression.
You feel me? Self-expression radio. KWYD. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That's sitting on 600 plays. Y'all can go play that right now.
Definitely want to go listen to that.
Yo, it's like one of my favorite tracks I've like.
Oh, and you gonna do too much promo.
Man,
you just went ahead and let
it ride, man. It's one of those, man. And speak a little bit on what is your music making process? How does it go? What do you like? Do you have to smoke? Do you have to drink something? Do you have to like do specific type of things before you record music?
It's a very extremely complicated process, and I tell a lot of people that ask me that because I know a lot of people think it's really simple for me, and I'm just like cranking out all these songs all the time. But I be having off periods, or I might not even be making that much music. I'm just like practicing, just writing lyrics, or just listening to beats type. But I feel like my process overall it's complicated, but it's basically at the same time it's like I feel like I'm just sitting down and recording, but sometimes like I'll make a song like at a slower tempo, and then like I might pitch it up a little bit, and then like that would be like the full song. So that's what I'm saying, like certain ideas they come from one thing and they go into something else, and that's what usually happens with me. Like a lot of my bigger songs I did not think were gonna be
that big or some shit.
Kind of just like it just showed me like how talented I am really, and I don't even really realize that a lot of times.
Bro.
Yeah.
You do a lot, like there's a lot of sounds that you have, man. And what are some of your favorite songs that people should go check out if possible?
Definitely Shine was one of the bigger ones. I really like that one a lot. Shine is my favorite. Another one I like a lot, I like Queen a lot. Queen was, people told me that was like a really angelic song, and they connected with that song.
Angelic, yo, angelic.
I really like the both of my jerk songs that I have with Misaki and Jelly, because the whole little jerk phase is just. I mean, I guess it low key is falling off now, but that was like, I just love that time so much, and I just wish it could just go on forever. When like that was kind of like coming up again, all the jerk artists. That's very tough.
You often see on TikTok like the jerk influence and yes. like the jerk videos and whatnot and
edits and all that stuff.
Man, like does the social media like often TikTok trends or even social media trends, like do you follow those? Do you see that as a problem to follow those trends? And if like so, like why?
Yeah, I'm not a big social media person, honestly. I don't follow a lot of like huge trends. Like I might follow maybe like music related trends, like let's say like everyone's like remixing a certain beat and it's like going crazy. Yeah, I might
hop on it.
Try to put my balls in the ballpark for me. But really though, like a lot of the time when it's just some common social media trend, I'm just like, this is goofy. Like it doesn't appeal to me. It's just like I feel like some bot. I feel like a bot.
Okay, a bot.
Yes.
You see that often a lot with these these rappers, these artists.
And a lot of people call me that too, and like they tried to like, but they weren't saying it in like the most negative way. They also were trying to like help me, like telling me like things you can do to make your page look less like like just like the common, like, you know, like filtered artist Instagram looking page. Like I had to change a couple things up, and you know, I appreciate even all the negative comments, and I appreciate it because you know, some of the things might hurt my feelings, but some of the things I really take in, and I'm like, I'm gonna make some changes.
Oh yeah, bro. So, like, speaking of people that have helped you, like who are some people that have helped you within this music run, even beginning to Cap 26? Like,
a lot of people know my boy Hafiz made this. My boy Hafiz, he's a producer. He's still a producer. A lot of people think he's like fell off. He might not be making the most beats. He's still very talented. Yes, he come back at any time, drop a beat pack on y'all. And, so definitely my boy Hafiz, my boy Jared, my boy Brisk. He's definitely been helping me with the film stuff too recently, like coming to my concerts and getting shots of me, and even just taking pictures for like my Instagram. And he's very talented with producing as well. And other people that have helped me like artist wise is probably like Paman. Everyone knows Paman. Dan. And who else? Fiji, my boy Masaki and Jelly.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if people know Jet or everyone just has so many different names. If you know Jet or In Love with a Memory, or he has a lot of different names he goes by, but that's my boy too. He definitely, we certain people I might not be with all the time, but I even just get influence from their music, and like, you know, like we're just not as close as some of my other friends, but like I feel like they still have taught me some things that I didn't know before.
Definitely.
Just seeing their pages and stuff.
Absolutely.
I think that's pretty much all the people that have really helped me with music.
For sure. Absolutely. And like tracking back to some of your favorite like artists, like what are your like all time, or you know, your favorite artists that you can name from the top of your brain, you know, that have like really put some either influence in your life, influence in your music, influence in like your movement, how you view music, how you look at music?
Probably Uno the Activist. Definitely Uno the Activist.
Like Uno the Activist. Give him his flowers, man.
That's like, honestly, like I just wasn't so hip to him at first, like especially when he was like going the craziest. It was when I was like in high school, and like I would listen to some songs here and there, but then just like over time, like it just feels like his evolution is just like no other, bro, in my opinion.
Favorite album?
Like favorite album is Live Shine Die.
Ooh.
That's probably, I don't know if that was his debut, but that was like just so many. I feel like I could play it from start to finish. Like that genre is just every song on there hits in its own way. Like,
and what like speaking of Uno, like what he's doing with the Dedication series.
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up. Man, he dropped the new Dedication. It's Dedication 3, and just the remixes on there. There were a couple of them were very mid, but then he did like exclusive where like he was in Australia, and like he did like live performances of like old Lil Wayne songs.
I saw that on your story. Like, man,
bro, because some of those, like, I don't even like Lil Wayne like that. So just hearing like an artist I like over those beats, I'm like, dang. Like a lot of people, like they probably think like I like Lil Wayne or like artists like that. Like there's a lot of Lil Wayne songs I like, but he's not one of the people I put up there for. And yeah, but if we're talking about like people I put up there, I would say like a really high rapper that I put high up there would be like, other than Uno the Activist. If we're talking about like real like hard lyrical rappers, probably like Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
I don't like Drake and Lil Wayne and people like that. I like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole.
Okay.
I like stuff like that.
Favorite Kendrick album?
Probably oh, that's hard.
Right?
All them Jones be slapping. I guess Good Kid, Mad City.
Oh, that's a good one.
That one is just
classic.
That done
classic. That's a classic, man. I think that's one of my favorites because it really shows Kendrick's storytelling and what he can do. I think Sing About Me Dying of Thirst, one of my favorite songs like ever. Now I can listen to not like a whole 9-minute song. I'm listening to those 9 minutes, man. It's so angelic. The storytelling, the beat changing,
right, the
flows, the I guess the figurative language too. We can even get on that shit. Like it's very influential and all that, man. Like I definitely, that's a good answer, man.
And we could talk about some more, talking about like artists that I really put up there. Like when I keep you might hear me say like a lot, like I don't like Drake. When I say that things like that, it's not like I don't. That he's a good artist. There's a lot of Drake songs I liked in the past, but over time he dropped so much projects and stuff. I feel like maybe he should try something else. the music isn't really hitting for you, then you could be like, I'm doing all this other stuff, and then you come back to me, come drop some fire, and then
man, like I feel like a good example of that is ASAP Rocky.
That too, definitely ASAP Rocky too, but he's more like on the fashion side of everything,
but even then, dropping an album 2018 and then disappearing for 5 years and still being at the level you're at is like, I get exactly what you mean by that. There's a lot of people like having a baby with Rihanna and then coming back out doing all these doing all these fashion shows, talking about you gonna never drop.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, his music, the recent music after he's been hitting Rihanna, bro, I'm not gonna lie, it ain't different. It's just not like, even I really like the song he did with Playboy Cardi, Our Destiny.
And, oh man,
his verse was very terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I'm pretty mad.
Put that up in the air. That was terrible. That was a terrible verse.
He said we can put that up in the air. That Cardi verse is one of my favorite Cardi verses. Like,
it's a lot of people's favorites.
Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was fresh out Cardi. Like, that was the first Cardi verse I heard since he disappeared from the earth like that. But he do that all the time, though.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
Speaking of Cardi, like,
it's another kind of influence. I don't like to say he's someone I take influence from, because everyone be trying to say I look like him or like I'm trying to copy him. I like his music a lot. I like the aesthetics. I like Opium, but I'm not like some people just think I take it more serious than it is, bro. And like at the end of the day, there's just bigger Opium fans than me. That's all I'm trying to say. There's a lot bigger Opium fans than me, bro. I'm not some diehard Opium fan, bro. I'm not.
Exactly, bro. Get that out the way, man. See, to like people that think like you're jacking somebody's style or thinking that you're trying to like, steal somebody's flow or steal somebody's cadence. Like,
exactly.
Let them know that, like you're letting them know, yo, I'm myself. Like, this is what I'm doing. You feel me?
It took me a while to like really like call something my own sound, or like I might not even still be at the point where I can say like this is my sound, but like I feel like I've gotten to a point where like you can differentiate me. You can like tell it's me on most tracks, like. Like I understand when people say stuff like that, because I'm not saying like I don't take influence from people. I definitely take a lot of influence from people, but I'm not jacking nobody's swag. Nobody. I got my own swag. Oh God. Then have my own swag.
See, and I think that's what a lot of artists lack. Swag.
Yes.
It's just I wouldn't say it comes like freely, but it's always somebody stealing somebody. Like, you stole something. You stole something I wore. You stole my flow. You stole my beat. You stole like that. Like, bro, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are still trying to find their style, and they're like, I feel like using other people's styles and also putting that into your music or style or clothing and what you do in your lifestyle. I think that's not a bad thing, but I think you can definitely tell when somebody is like
a little bit
OD, like pro, like same thing, like same sound, same auto-tune, same like, what I'm saying, same aesthetic. It goes as deep as IG captions, IG, like your social media being like that whole like person's like person. Like, nah, bro. There's a lot of people that can't do that. You feel me?
It's definitely happened to me a couple of times, but in those situations, like you just have to like really just try to make something better, like make something newer that they can't copy.
I'm not and that's not hard to do. I say that's not hard to do because you see, I like tracking back to Uno and shit. That dedication series. I think rapping on other people's beats, like even that's so raw. That's like, bro, like to be able to think like, yo, I can like body this beat, or yo, let me try that. Let me try to like try myself on this beat. And paying homage too, like I think homage is so important. The whole Lil Wayne dedication thing, like dude, like I'm so heavy on that 2 and 3, like the heavy influence of yo, I'm a body you on your own beat. I'm a do this on your own beat. Like the concept of it is awesome, but you're also times where you can also tell like, yo, you can tell there's a lot of lone clones out there.
Yes.
A lot of lone clones out there.
Yeah.
Ken Clone. I can say Ken Clones. I'm not a big Dom Corleo fan.
Me
bro. Good.
We could
please,
definitely agree on that.
I don't like Don Corleo, man. Like, I say he got, like, he don't even got bangers, bro. Like, I can't even say he don't got bangers, but his music is just, like, it seems so cloned. I can name a bunch of artists that are, like, that sound exactly like Lone, and Don Corleo is one of those people, bro. He's trying.
It's just in a bad way. Like, there's people that do it better. There's people like Rolling Thrax or Southside Silhouette.
Oh man, I've heard of those names, but I've never really gotten to their music. But I've heard like they're so hard, like, they're so far. Like
you're definitely
can tell.
gonna get into it eventually. Like.
Eventually, yo. See, people telling me, yo, when you hit the SoundCloud trenches and you really start hitting like the related tracks, bro, the Rolling Thrax gonna hit you. The Southside,
yeah, because they can just tell what you listen to. Like if you listen to a certain artist, Rolling Thrax is gonna come eventually, bro.
See, Warhol just started hitting me, but I've been hip to Warhol, but like his SoundCloud shit, his exclusive shit, like his good. I feel like that's where his better shit is. I feel like that's where a lot of like these artists like better shit is.
That's what I like so much about SoundCloud. It just feels like very exclusive and very like. But I mean, at the same time, it do be kind of ugly sometimes because then you find really good songs you like, and then there's just no other context for it. Like there's no music video, there's no lyrics, and like you really might be liking this song, and like you might want to like search it up on Genius, but since it's like a SoundCloud
song, you won't find it.
You're not gonna find no other type of context. Like
yeah, and a lot of people talk about, I hear a lot of artists talk about SoundCloud and how. Do you think SoundCloud is dying? Is yes. SoundCloud really?
And I'm not even gonna try to lie. Like it's not. I mean, but even though it's dying, it's not like it's over. Like people think it's done and it's over. Like no. Like there's definitely time left.
We got some time, bro.
Plenty more bats that could fly out of the SoundCloud gates, bro. And people just don't realize that. And there's plenty of new artists and new movements that just haven't even emerged yet.
When did it start dying for you, at least from your aspect? Like when did you see it like start like fading? You're like, damn, like it ain't what it is no more.
Cause it's just it's too many. It's a lot more artists. As soon as like certain social media apps and stuff, like it just brought forth a lot more artists and like things like BandLab and stuff, and just all these different artists. People just don't even want to listen to all these tracks. It's probably like I couldn't even tell you the number of tracks that are on SoundCloud just in general. It's just too many of them, just from new artists every day, just saying any type of whatever into the mic, and a lot of them just aren't even really passionate about it. So that's what I feel like is really what brought SoundCloud down. A lot of half-assed, like not really passionate artists.
Oh man!
And it's like people are just like, I don't even want to listen to this. And it's like,
yeah, bro. I definitely that's something I definitely understand. Like you see a lot of these artists. Like some of these artists aren't even artists, man.
Like they definitely have their moments, but they're just, you can just tell like they're not in it for real. And it's like I don't want to listen to all these artists. That almost make me want to go back to like only listen to mainstream artists, and because it's like all these artists they're not even really artists yet. They're just like, but so that's what I'm saying. It's like a love-hate relationship for real. But when I'm saying I go back to, I still do listen to a lot of mainstream artists. It's just not the really, really big ones that everybody is like I'm just not hopping on the bandwagon, bro, ever. No.
I feel you, man. See, like a lot, like right now, like I guess I'm in the point of my like life where I can listen to anything. I would say like anything except country. Like
there's definitely some country bangers too.
There's some country.
Bro, over time, I just don't. I used to hate country music, and I just hated a lot of types of genre music. But then I started finding songs in certain genres that like I'm like, this song cranks.
Okay.
Like, this song make me look at the genre different.
Ooh.
Even country songs. I'm serious, and people think I only listen to like hip hop music because that's the type of shit I make. But like, no, bro. Like I have so much music I listen to. Not even just underground hip hop artists or mainstream artists. Like I listen to a lot of singers, a lot of R&B, a lot of country, a lot of Afrobeat music.
Oh man, shout out to Afrobeat music, man. See, I'm African, so like I'm seeing the Afrobeat, like the growth and the people trying to like at least make the sound or at least trying the beats. Like love, it's love. Like coming from a fellow African myself, bro, like it's all love. Like we respect what y'all doing, we respect like what y'all got going on, trying to expand the sound, expand the genre and all that.
You make it seem no, I can't stand this. We gon' disagree and I'm gon' get you bad bitch. Juice WRLD, NBA, all bandit. Smoking gas, fucking girl, I stand it. You just standing, nigga, you get cranking. Yeah, I saw that nigga be out gambling. So long. I've been on, you've been on, so long.
Damn, we were on like a smooth 30-minute break. I ain't even gonna.
Yeah, it was a too long of a break.
Smooth break. But who you got besides you, my boy?
My boy SQUIIDDTEMPLE, right here next to me. This is really my boy. This is really a twin, and I wanted to make sure that we gave him his flowers in that interview and gave him a chance to talk.
Sit.
Say what's up.
Who are you, man? Explain who you are, man.
I go by SQUIIDDTEMPLE. Shit. I was born in VA. Shit. Growing up, I was always like listening to music and shit, but like the idea of actually like coming up out of like this town was like not even real, to be honest with you.
Real. That's real.
But what's it called? When I was like going to school and shit, there was like a few like rappers like in my school that was actually like proving to me like you can actually do that shit. Like they were about that shit.
Yo.
One of them niggas was this nigga right here, bro. This nigga right here, bro. Like, bro, I was listening to this nigga music like as much as like I would listen to like this shit on Spotify and shit. Like it's a mainstream music and shit.
See, and that's love, and like to have that love early is very rare especially for a lot of artists, bro. Because a lot of these artists,
this
bro,
man inspired me to rap. For real.
Man, what do you feel like? You know, what type of beats you rap on, man?
I be liking just like growing up. I'm a real fan of like drum and bass, like EDM and shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
oh shit.
Like
damn, that's different. I don't really hear that.
Yeah, I be fucking with like more shit that reminds me of like when I'm in a video game. Cause like growing up, I play Sonic and like shit like that, you know. So like that shit just really like gets me like going for real. Just like the shit that reminds me like of when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
I definitely understand.
But I fuck with like the ambient shit, the fucking drum and bass shit. I be fucking with anime and shit like Yu-Gi-Oh and shit. That be inspiring me a lot.
You DBZ fan?
Huh?
DBZ?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all that shit.
What are your personal like favorites as far as anime go? You feel me?
Shit, Yu-Gi-Oh. Soul Eater.
Okay.
For sure, bruh. Soul Eater the one, bruh. Soul Eater is the motherfucking one, bruh. That's bro. Forget all that shit, bruh. My top 5: Soul Eater.
We gonna put that on the screen. Be a Soul Eater.
Nah, bro.
See, I've been trying to tap into some animes too, man. Like I was big on Naruto. Like,
yeah, bro.
Nah, man, Naruto wanna dump.
Motherfucker, that shit the one, bro.
That was my beginner. DBZ was my beginner, but Naruto was like really like the one that really made me tap.
Yeah, I was watching that shit in middle school and shit, bro. And it's crazy how like people was like hating on that shit back then, but now they want to make that shit cool, bro.
I feel like people don't even be watching anime for like the plot or like, you know, for the emotion. It's low key for the tricks, like because they
because that's the hype, bro.
Yeah,
that's the hype now.
Like like some people say they ain't cry when they watch Naruto. You ain't cry, you ain't watch it. You ain't watch it. You ain't cry, you ain't watch it.
Bro.
It's real. That Gara,
they would make you mad, bro. They would make you take out like somebody you actually fucked with, bro. Like they was family to you.
They was family. Like you was related to the boy.
Like they was family to you.
See, in some cases also like you also feel like you also feel that in TV shows. I feel like for example, I just finished The Wire. The Wire, bro, one of the greatest shows ever. Breaking Bad is one of those.
Wire,
too.
yeah.
Breaking Bad, bro. I wasn't really familiar with Breaking Bad's game at first. It was really like I watched it junior year, shelved it for like a year and a half, and then continued season 4 and 5, and that shit was beautiful.
Yeah.
Written beautifully, bro. Like I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And what do you feel like? What do you feel like your music is like? You know, sounds like or is inspired by, like other than like video games, and even if it's like, you know, more of the video game aspect, what is like, you know, same question for SSNOVA. Like, what is your process and how do you see a beat? How do you go about the beat? Do you need to go through a specific process?
So right now, usually I just be recording on BandLab, bro, to be honest with you, cause you don't really need that much to make a good piece of music.
Absolutely.
So I just be looking up type beats on YouTube. Shout out to LSJ. Shout out to LSJ, bro. Look his beats up on YouTube, bro. He a 19-year-old producer, bro.
Yes, sir.
Most of them he makes on BandLab, bro. If this man had FL, bro, I'm telling you. If this man had FL, bro, he would be next up, bro. Cause his shit right now is already crazy as fuck, bro. I already fuck with it heavy, and he's doing all that shit on BandLab.
And a lot of these kids are doing like for example, Lil Tyler. That's probably the biggest mainstream or like the best example I can use.
Yeah, they made his shit mainstream, and he made it on BandLab, bro.
Like
they don't care how you make this shit, bro. You just gotta. It's how you serve it, bro. It's how you serve it.
And a lot of these niggas don't be serving it like well.
Yeah.
It's very sloppy, and you don't do it just to do it, bro. Like you see a lot of these BandLab kids, bro. They're just doing it just to do it. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's like you're doing it because you want to.
Yeah, you know like they want to do that shit to like blow up on TikTok or something.
Yeah, people be really like
blowing up off that shit,
bro. They be paying for a promo on these underground pages talking about, oh, he sounds like Yeet, bro. He's the next Yeet, bro. He's the next Yeet.
IG pages,
like, get onto this
all
man,
the time, bro. Man. Like you got to find your own sound. It's a lot of like finding what is good for you. Even if it's like talking about covers or talking about whatever the hell, like talking about specific shit like that. There's no shame in that. Even if it's starting from scratch, like just find an old beat, like type beat on like whatever the fuck, SoundCloud or YouTube or whatever. Like
they feel like it's a problem when you still be using YouTube beats. Like even if you, what I would say is maybe don't put that on all platforms, or like just watch where you're posting it, and just really like don't try to look at it as such a bad thing that you're looking up a beat on YouTube. Like just use that for practice, and then if you're not gonna post anything, like just keep looking up YouTube beats and practicing and really building your craft, and hopefully you can get to a point where you could like get on like actual beats all the time, and then you could put it on all platforms type and use like a music distributor. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say was like don't feel like shame and still using YouTube beats. Like plenty of artists still use YouTube beats, like,
and is like, and talking more about the YouTube beats, because you see often like some of these people low-key be blowing up off these YouTube beats.
Exactly,
because these YouTube beats be fire.
And you also have to realize like you're not, people think like as soon as you're taking something from somebody else that you're not paying for, like it's gonna be a problem. But really the biggest problem that would arise is if it actually does well.
Wow.
Like if you actually got like 100,000 views or like 1 million views on a song and you use the beat from YouTube, that's probably the time that like you would be worrying about someone coming after you on some copyright stuff, because it's actually doing well. But if it's really not doing that well, you get like 200 views, 1,000 views, they're not gonna care. It's not. So I'm not telling people like just go crazy and just go on YouTube, but I'm trying to tell you people aren't gonna really care unless you're actually doing something. If you're actually building an influence off of somebody's beat and you didn't pay for it. So that's just the difference you have to realize.
Definitely. Like it's big. It's bigger than just like, I guess, creating, bro. It's experimenting. It's like,
yeah, you have to just keep just practicing and using them for practice, because that might be the only access that you have to beats is looking up on YouTube, because a lot of people don't know producers. They'll just look out for them or go send them some stuff to like sample and work on, and a lot of producers just take it really seriously off the bat, and they just only are profit. They're not trying to like build with artists. And that's another thing too. A lot of people in the music industry are just around here, I guess, are just only just profit based, and sometimes you have to kind of go around that. Like I'm not saying just be completely free everything, but make it a little cheaper. Try to work with people, because you never know what opportunities you be missing out on. You're trying to charge somebody, you're trying to like, you need to just work with people and just build, and just, you never know who you can meet or what you could come across.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Like speaking on that profit, like that's amazing like topic, like the profit aspect of the art, like the game.
It's definitely important.
Definitely.
I'm not saying it's not important. You need to get your bag. Definitely need to go get your bag. But
by all means,
don't be like just solely focusing on that and just being like a money driven, like remember, you're making music. You're trying to build your brand. You're trying to go places. You're not just trying to get a bag. You can have a job on the side and get a bag, bro. There's plenty of other bags you can get. You really could just be a nice person with music and just take that, just focus on the music aspect and just get your bags a different way, really. Especially at first.
Absolutely, bro. it's usually like some reason why they start is because of like the profit and the money. Like a lot of people,
it's very enticing to start because of that, and because of like you're gonna be known, people are gonna know you and stuff like that. But it's just like you just always have to remember, like, I'm doing this to make music. Like I want to make people happy with music. That's what I want to do. That's why I make music.
Right.
I want to see people happy with my music. And really, if people are happy with my music and I can take care of like my girl and like my family and stuff, then that's really, I feel like that's the peak of my life. Like I'll start looking into other things, but if I can really just like take care of the people around me and people are happy listening to my music, then there's really nothing else I want, really.
Absolutely, bro. I definitely understand that passion, like the passion for the music shit. Like it comes both ways. You feel me? Like I feel like it also comes in the influence, not even music too, because like during the conversation we also talked about like, you know, the specific type of like influences, like TV shows and movies and whatnot. Like, do you feel like those can play like a big part in those type of musical stances and standpoints?
Yeah, I feel like anything really can. Like it's not really like, it's not just one thing. Like that's why I was trying to say earlier, like I take influence from everything. Like it's not even just one type of thing. Like
about the we got the Pokemon right up front.
This is my Pokemon Garatina.
You feel me?
Yes.
Pokemon Go, man. How long have you been on it? What do you like, you know, because you know the Pokemon Go thing is, you know, quote 2016 and up.
It's very old.
Yeah, but what is the enjoyment of Pokemon Go for you, and like why do you play it? What is it for you?
Oh, I just play it because I don't still have a DS or a Nintendo Switch, so until I get like another Nintendo Switch, that's my only access to.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, honestly, like, I really was just so set on capturing this in the game. And once I got that, like, I mean, I kind of play here and now every once in a while, but really was just set on that and, like, a couple other, like, just, like, building, like, a vault. Or, like, because I just really like that game. I don't know why. I haven't, like, grown out of that. I just really like that game for some reason. And, like, some of the movies and stuff, I'm weird like that.
Absolutely, bro. Oh man.
And I have a Garatina tattoo as
well.
Ooh,
that's fun.
I'm gonna show the camera. But
that's fun.
Garatina
That's
tattoo.
fun. That's fun.
That's how serious I take it.
You feel me?
Getting influenced by all types of stuff, and that's why I said my recording process is really complicated. Like I just come across things when I least expect it, or like moments when I least expect it, and like certain sounds or songs. Like I'll start recording and I just didn't even think like this was gonna come out of this little session. Like
yeah, and do you freestyle? Is your music written or is it freestyle? Like
it's usually written, but now that's what a lot of people haven't even really realized. I've been kind of freestyling more, like not really freestyling, just kind of like just going off the top of my head and like punching in, but not like, you know, I've never just been like completely just freestyling off the top of my head.
Yeah,
because I can't. Like I'm just not the best with freestyling. Like maybe when I'm with my boys, and
right,
like,
and you're just fucking
every
around.
once in a while I might go off a little bit, you know. But it's just not something I'm good at. Just coming up with a million things off the top of my head. But I'm a very good writer. I've written for a lot of my fellow artists. Maybe not the whole song, but I'll even help them the whole time. Just coming with lines or coming up with melodies, and all that stuff. And that makes me really happy too. When I put a big contribution on a song, and like you can like even hear it. Like,
and a lot of people put shame into that too, like providing for like songs and like giving lines for stuff and like giving, you know, like having somebody by their side, especially when they write their own music, especially when they think it's supposed to be, you know, homegrown or just like, you know, just themselves. Like,
well, if you're just like songwriting, the thing is you just can't just like have like a huge ego. Like you have to be able to like be like, if I'm gonna write this for you, like I can't be mad. Like if it goes really well, like I'm not gonna be trying to like okay, like I need my half now. Like you gotta be like okay, I wrote this for this person. It's really just theirs. Like unless I told them like I want something before I write this for you, then. So that's the thing. You just can't have like an ego if you're gonna contribute to somebody's art, like because you're giving it to them. You're trying to make a contribution. Like
I think
you don't have to.
I think most of these niggas have. Oh, there's a lot of these niggas out here that got an ego already, bro. Man,
I feel like even some people think I do, and I really don't. I really don't.
like out of everybody, like in this Nova shit, you're probably the person I don't see with the ego or that don't really like put their chest out as much, bro. Like you just let the music talk.
I just don't. The one thing that people get confused though is like I'm not taking shit from nobody though. Like there's been a couple times where it's like people just think I'm going for certain things. Right. It's like you could think I'm trying to have an ego or I'm trying to be like whatever, bruh. I'm just not going. If I feel like I'm getting played in any type of way, I'm just not gonna go for that. And you could feel like I'm being petty, whatever, bro. Right. I'm just. So you need to just get your mind around it. That's what I'm saying. Like for real, niggas have no type of egos. I could care less, bro.
Definitely, bro. All right, my boy.
All right.
I appreciate you coming on.
Good interview. And don't you forget. Don't you nobody forget. This is a SSNOVA and Squid Temple interview.
That's up there, bro.
Don't forget about Squid Temple.
Yo, yo, that's gonna be in the title, man. SSNOVA, Squid Temple.
Every time you see SSNOVA, Squid Temple right there with me, he's coming right up with me. So you better watch out for Squid Temple.
Hello,
man. I'm alone. I'm not.
Tell them, bro. That's simple. Simple. You know what I'm saying?
That's simple.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Please listen to their music. Whatever SoundCloud.
Definitely go listen to Cutscene. That's my most recent release on SoundCloud. I'm dropping on all platforms again very soon. And
Squid, what you got?
What's your new single?
Shit. Listen to On King David.
make sure you listen to the mixed version by Brisk. The mastered version on King David.
On King David.
Squid Temple.
We will have that. We will have that on the screen, and we will also have that in the links. I hope if YouTube allows that. Thank y'all so much for watching. If y'all made it to here, I don't know how long this shit gonna be. Once again, turbulence. I said this first episode. July is gonna be a big month. We're gonna have more artists on here, more influencers on here, more friends on here. It's coming at us, a fast pace. And hopefully y'all go give them a follow. IG handles.
Yeah, my IG is cursed ego, like the word cursed, and then C and then goat all together.
Squid.
My IG is RNS.SQUIDD.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Thank y'all so much, man.
Jumping at the legs and it's like the toe of a camel. We gon' cross that border, hit Mexico, go to Cancun. And I'm very welcome in that pussy, she say thank you. Make it to the top and all these niggas try to tank you. Girl, I pull up on you in the whip like I'm gon' spank you. Best hit in the world if you ask me what I rank you. Make your toes curl when I beat you while you planking.